Over there, man. Go over to the bus stop. Okay. Yeah, man. I'm not letting you on. Oh, sorry. Hey, what's going on, folks? How's everybody doing? I know it's a rough morning for a lot of people. Um, it's a rough morning for me already. I'm working on 6 hours of sleep, and it is a crazy morning. Mm. Welcome to Warrior Base Tangle Ministries. I am your Sergeant at Arms, Deacon Terrence Trotman, and it is Thursday morning. Please forgive me if I sound um not joyful, but it's just this 24 hours is just a rough time for me. Um, I worked a double shift yesterday and got only 6 hours of sleep, and I'm back to work this morning, and it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing. So your spiritual rearmament comes from your spiritual rearmament comes from Proverbs 11:24, and what 11:24 says: "Give freely and become more wealthy. Be stingy and lose everything." Now, I'm gonna tell you right now that is self-explanatory, because if you are giving freely, you're gonna be more wealthy, because you never know, you're blessing somebody and you're gonna get back a lot more. But if you're stingy, like some of the CEOs of these big old companies, you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna eventually gonna lose everything. It brings back to, I forgot what Bible verse it was, what verse it was. It says, "How is it that a man can profit, gain everything in the world, and lose his soul?" That is what this Proverbs is basically about. You know, you can lose your soul. You'll lose everything. Once you lose your soul, that's it. You're done. You know, kind of like Ebenezer Scrooge, if you remember the Christmas Carol, and it had to take a drastic means for him to realize that he was doing wrong to his fellow man. Um, I'm guilty of that too. There are times I do be stingy. Yes, I do. You know, and is it perfect? It's not perfect. I'm not a perfect person, and I always say I'm not a perfect person. So you got to give freely and become more wealthy, because when you give freely, God's going to bless you, and when He blesses you, you'll be like, "Oh wow," Other people will be like, "Well, how did you get that?" I said, "Well, God, it was by the grace of God." But if you're stingy and don't want to give, and then um, it was a terminology that we used to use back in the days, back in New York, that symbolizes that, but it was back then, you know, that's how we looked at it as, and we used to call that, there was a race of people that we used to call that. We used to call them that, you know, but uh, it was a terminology we used to use, and I'm not going to say that terminology, but it was describing a race of people, you know. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But the main lesson here is to give freely and you become more wealthy. But if you become stingy, you lose everything because eventually you're going to lose it, you know. And that is the bottom line. You have just been rearmed for today. Peace and one love. I know it doesn't seem surreal right now, but it's just that I am running on empty fumes right now. So I do apologize. I'm just mentally drained today, and I do need prayer myself because there are times I do get drained. So you guys have a safe and blessed day. Be safe out here. And remember, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a gift. And what do you do when you receive a gift? You say thank you. I want to thank you for tuning in. In spite of my differences, in spite of my failures, you're still tuning in. And I'm grateful for that. Once again, this is your Sergeant at Arms, Deacon Terrence Troutman, saying thank you, God bless, and signing off here at Warrior Base Tangle Ministries. Until next time we meet. Okay? All right, then. Bye bye.